Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com. It's time for another edition of my NFL regular season win totals. Today is part 28 of a 32-part series in which I'm going to be covering the New York Giants. If you missed the first 27 parts of this series, where I covered 27 other NFL teams, obviously, or you missed some of them, you have plenty of time to look at the archives, at our OSGA YouTube channel. And while you're there, folks, make sure you subscribe, and you'll be notified immediately upon any sports betting videos coming up on our channel. A lot to be covered still. 4 more NFL teams I'll be taking a look at, as well as the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NHL starting in a couple months. We'll be looking at college football and the NFL as well. So OSGA YouTube channel, subscribe, absolutely free, and also no strings attached, folks. And at the end of this video, if you're nice, I would appreciate you giving me a like, as I'm putting my best foot forward here and giving you years of experience in the sports betting industry. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. The Giants finished 4-12 a season ago. Third in the NFC East. Yeah, third out of 4 teams. Washington was worse at 3-13. The Giants right now, they're over and under on their regular season win total is 6.5. To go over that number at plus 100 and to go under at minus 130. Right there, it sticks out to me when you have a 4-win team from a season ago and you're in the same division as Dallas and Philadelphia, yet you bumped them up to 6.5, and it's not like they exactly have an easy non-division schedule as well. They will have a new head coach this year as former New England special teams coordinator Joe Judge takes over and will be in charge, and he replaces the dismissed Pat Shurmur, and hopefully Judge fares better than his the former New England Patriots assistant coaches that became head coaches, like Romeo Crennel and Josh McDaniel and Matt Patricia, who's now with the Lions. None of those guys succeeded as head coaches, and the Giants are hoping that trend turns with Joe Judge. Offensively, the Giants will be led by quarterback Daniel Jones. He'll be entering his 2nd season. Jones, former first-round draft choice last year out of Duke. A lot of people question that move, but boy, oh boy, he was thrown into the fire last year, folks, and he really held his own. If you look inside the numbers, he started 12 games, and he was 3-9. Not very impressive, but on a 4-12 team, what do you expect? And it was not much of his fault, to be quite honest with you, as in 12 starts, this guy threw for 24 touchdowns against 12 interceptions, while throwing for over 3,000 yards. You know, if you equate that to a 16-game schedule, that would be 30 touchdown passes and 3,800 yards passing. And you know what? With those types of numbers, he would have been in the NFL Rookie of the Year discussion. However, that wasn't the case. This year's another year, and the Giants are hoping that Jones could take another leap forward in year 2. Look, at the Giants' offense isn't going anywhere without the engine that leads them, and that's Saquon Barkley, their star running back, entering his 3rd NFL season. A little bit of a tough go last year as he missed 3 games due to injury. When he returned, he wasn't nearly 100%. Yet he still ran for over 1,000 yards and scored 6 touchdowns, and the Giants are hoping he could duplicate or surpass his rookie season in 2018, when he accounted for over 2,000 yards of total offense from scrimmage and also scored 15 touchdowns while catching 91 passes out of the backfield. If Barkley's healthy, the Giants will be a totally different offense than they were a season ago. Speaking of health, another key component, tight end Evan Ingram, 6'3", 240, built like a tight end, plays like a wide receiver. However, since his rookie year, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And he missed 17 games due to injury over the last 2 seasons. And for the Giants offense to succeed, they're going to need all their skilled players to contribute to overcompensate for a little bit defensive deficiencies. So Ingram is also critical in the mix. Then we go to the wide receivers, the trio of Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate, and Darius Slayton. Those three guys combined to miss 13 games a season ago, yet they still racked up over 150 catches and had close to 2,000 yards in receiving. So if all three of those guys could stay healthy, again, the Giants' offense would be much different and much more productive than they were a season ago. Defensively is where the Giants had problems last season, immense ones. They were 25th in total defense. They were 28th against the pass, and they were 30th in scoring. For them to get to 7 wins or even possibly surprise and contend for a playoff spot, the Giants' defense has to be markedly better than they were a season ago. Well, they took some necessary steps to improve that unit, as during the offseason they've signed former Green Bay linebackers Blake Martinez, who's just an absolute tackling machine, and also Kyle Fackrell. Fackrell's coming off an off year last year, but in 2018, he had 10.5 sacks for the Packers defense, and the Giants are hoping he could match that number or even exceed it, and they get a heck of a return on their investment with Fackrell. They also signed veteran cornerback, I should say, James Bradbury from the Carolina Panthers. He was around during Carolina's Super Bowl run. He's not afraid to stick his nose in and make some tackles, evidenced by him averaging 58 tackles per season. Look, again, I'm going to go back to this. They won 4 games a season ago, and the odds makers are seeing the same thing I did. This was a team that offensively could have been much better. Now they have a second-year quarterback that probably is going to take a leap forward after a really good rookie year when it comes down to it. A running back that's one of the best in the game that was banged up last year, and then a wide receiver trio that missed numerous games as well. Golden Tate, for example, he missed the first 4 games of last year due to a suspension stemming from his time with the Detroit Lions. So if all that changes, they're going to be a dynamic, and I don't know about dynamic offense, but they'll be a formidable offense. And if their defense makes any kind of improvement, which really, not to be disrespectful, but there's nowhere for them to go but up, I think we're going to see a Giants team that could approach 8 wins in 7 at the least. I mean, even with their schedule. So I'm going out on a limb here, and I know I'm going to catch some flack from a lot of people for this, but I'm going over the total of 6.5 regular season wins with the New York Giants at moneyline odds of +100. Again, the New York Giants over 6.5 regular season wins at moneyline odds of +100. Until the next time, take care and God bless.